Following on from my discussion or conversation about diversity and inclusion and whether perfection within the media or the expectation of perfection is a stumbling block to those things. Now, I was talking about, if you have someone that looks perfect and whatnot, that's fine. But then if you show somebody that isn't quote unquote perfect, and you feel that the audience will react negatively to them, then we're not giving the audience the benefit of the doubt. And the problem with that is if we continue to push out these images of so-called perfection, then when we try to change the conversation, for example, you have a presenter with one arm who could do the job perfectly fine, and because of, I don't know, from birth or an accident, they lose an arm, then you might get viewers that are like, Banange, why did they use a presenter with one arm? Didn't they have any other presenters? But why? So what we want to do, or what I'm looking to do, is actually let's make this normal for people to see a variety of people out there, so that there isn't this shock of, oh my goodness, that person has X, Y, or Z. It should be a case of that person's an individual, and by watching them, I'm actually getting to know them and appreciating that they are an individual and they can bring something to the table. They can bring something to the table that either I can appreciate or that just gives me a different view on life. So yeah, that could be the ultimate issue in the end if we continue to pump out images that are just the same to the audiences. So let's see if you can find examples of what I'm talking about, and examples both ways where people have been shocked by someone chosen to do a role or a character, and examples where people have accepted somebody who is different and who they would have expected to maybe not to perform because of their own perceived thoughts, and their thoughts have been changed because they've actually given that person airtime. They've given that person the opportunity to engage the audience and to see beyond the facade. Let's keep the conversation going, and we can all do something, even if it's a case of having a conversation with someone about, whether there is diversity in the media, and if there is diversity, how would you as a viewer open your arms to be able to accept that diversity and make it part of the normal landscape of the media.